Fukushima nuclear power plant. Just days after suffering its most crippling catastrophe ever, Japan is now facing the world's worst nuclear disaster since Chernobyl. For the latest, we turn to NBC's Kristen Dahlgren in Tokyo. Kristen, good morning.
Good morning, Lynn. Well, the latest radiation levels appear to have leveled off some, but a spike earlier had us talking about levels that could affect human health, so there is great concern here in Japan today. Here's the latest. In the past 24 hours, we saw an explosion at a third nuclear reactor at that crippled nuclear plant, and then a fire in a fourth reactor at a spent fuel storage pond. Reports here were that radiation was leaking directly into the atmosphere. Japan's prime minister made a national televised address warning those within 20 miles of that plant to stay inside, and that saying levels were very high and that there could be additional radiation leaks. Even here in Tokyo, there were elevated radiation levels measured, so we're watching the winds here very closely. Officials say here in Tokyo there doesn't appear to be any health danger at this point, but people here are in a bit of a panic at times. They've been stocking up on supplies, emptying store shelves in anticipation of the worst. Meantime, while all of this is going on, there is still a massive search and rescue effort to the north. They are still digging through the rubble and still counting the dead here in Japan, Lynn.
Kristen, thanks so much. Meanwhile, concerns about nuclear safety here at home have lawmakers on Capitol Hill calling for an end to any new nuclear construction on U.S. soil. President Obama, however, is standing behind his push to pursue nuclear power as an alternative energy source while continuing to pledge support for the people of Japan. NBC's Tracy Potts joins us from Washington with more on this. Tracy, good morning.
Hi there, Lynn. Good morning, everyone. While some other countries are putting their nuclear programs on hold in light of what's going on in Japan, for now the White House says it is moving forward with the nuclear program here in the United States. Power companies are required to produce 80% clean energy by 2035, and the White House says nuclear power plants are a key part of that program. There are 4 reactors up for approval this year. But on Capitol Hill, there is concern. They held a moment of silence for Japan yesterday, but lawmakers are divided between a wait-and-see mode based on what's going on in Japan and not being reactionary, as some say, creating new policies at this point. The White House brought in the chief of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission to reassure Americans that our plants are safe, that they're built to withstand tornadoes and tsunamis and earthquakes, but he would not say whether